What's going on, y'all? This your man Pristine, back with another video. Welcome to the Pristine review for the LG G6. Is the phone dope? Yes. Does it have all the top specs that you're going to need in order for it to perform? Yes. Does it have a stretched out screen across the face with a 16:9 aspect ratio? Yes. Does it have possibly the best camera setup right now on any smartphone with the dual 13 megapixel regular and wide angle lens? Yes. Is the front facing camera a little suspect? Yes. It depends on the lighting. I find that depending on the lighting, the front-facing camera will take some very good-looking photos, and in other areas, not so much. It's kind of hit or miss. It's kind of inconsistent. It works, but it's inconsistent. It's not as good as the front-facing camera on the G5, not as good as the front-facing camera on the V20. Battery life. How's the battery life? It's decent. It's very decent. I took the phone off the charger here at 6 o'clock yesterday morning. And you see that I've still got 43% battery life. Yesterday morning at 6 o'clock a.m. It's the next day at 10:56 p.m. and I've got 43% left. Now, I'm pretty sure with heavier usage, that may not be the case, but with moderate use, this phone can very easily get you through at least a couple of days, depending on how often you use it. Does the phone have quick charge? Why, yes, it does. Quick charge 3.0, I might add. From 0 to 100 in about 45 to 50 minutes. Very fast quick charging on board here with this particular package. What about the processor? I mean, it's not the latest and the greatest Snapdragon. I mean, what are your thoughts on the fact that LG decided to go with the Snapdragon 821 processor rather than the Snapdragon 835 processor? Well, I really don't think that you're going to be able to tell too much of a difference. Everybody keeps saying things like, oh, well, they chose to go with a last year's processor, a dated processor, when last year was only 4 months ago. The Snapdragon 821 processor is only in a handful of phones, and it is still a new processor. It is still a processor that is more than capable of getting the job done. So then how would you say performance is? I would say that performance is outstanding on this phone. There's no lag, there's no hiccups, there's no stuttering. Even in an attempt to get it to lag or stutter, it just will not. The phone is very fluid. Apps are opened very swiftly. Even if you've got a bunch of applications opened in the background, the phone just flows. Buttery smooth. Buttery smooth. So would you recommend this phone? For anybody that has a G5 or a V20, do you think the upgrade would be worth it? I'd say if you're the type of person that wants to have the latest and the greatest, then yeah, go ahead and do the upgrade. If you want to be one to say, hey, I got the new toy on the block. I got LG's latest tech. Then yeah, do the upgrade. Nothing wrong with that. If you want it and you can afford it, do it. But I want to say that the differences between the G5 and the V20 are not that significant. Really, the main things is just the build. You know, they decided to go with all metal and glass on the front and back. They implemented waterproofing and dust resistance. The phone is now IP68 water resistant. And you now can do wireless charging on this phone for everybody out there that is into wireless charging. I know I'm into wireless charging, but, you know, it's not for everybody. You know, those particular features and functionality aren't going to move everybody, including myself. I don't care about waterproofing and dust proofing. You know, my phone's not in water and it's not in dust. You know, but I guess it's good to know that if my phone did get a little dusty or got a little water on it, that it's not going to be affected. So, I mean, I guess in that particular regard, I mean, it's cool to it's a cool little feature to have, but, you know, for me, it's not a selling point. What about the price? How's the price on this bad boy? You know, it's decent. You know, it's $650. You know, I mean, you can go to Swappa and, you know, you can get it for about $550. You know, US Cellular, they got it for $500 or $550 or something like that. You know, you can definitely get it at a deal right now. And, you know, with that S8 dropping on Friday, you know, the regular size, the 5.8, 750, and then the 6.2, 650. I mean, as far as bang for your buck, I mean, you know, if you don't want to fork out the cash for a Samsung device, then, you know, this is probably going to be the next thing in line that that is going to treat you right. You know, for anybody out there that may be on the fence about a Samsung product because of the exploding batteries in the Note 7, you know, if you are reluctant to go with another Samsung device, but you want to get a phone right now and you just kind of want to see, you know, how things are going to play out with the S8 and the battery and all that kind of thing, here's your phone right here, the LG G6. Or if you just completely lost confidence in Samsung products and you want a different option, I think this is probably the best option for you. Probably the best option for you. You know, I mean, unless you want to wait till later on in the year when iPhone, you know, drops their next latest and greatest device. Yeah, I mean, LG G6. I mean, would you recommend this phone to anyone, man? I mean, come on, man. Yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a dope phone, man. You know, it's real nice. You know, does everything you needed to do. Snappy processor, 32 gigs of storage, 4 gigs of RAM, GPU of 530, excellent rear-facing cameras with the wide-angle lens, somewhat decent front-facing camera that also now has the wide-angle lens with tons of camera features and functionality, different modes and things that you can, you know, choose when you're shooting photos or videos, different little features to kind of customize the camera functionality the way you want it so that you can really capture the pictures that you want to capture. Big screen on a small footprint, fits in one hand. I mean, you know, the phone is so narrow and small. I mean, I've got small hands and this phone is pretty much a one-handed operation. You know, I can text message with with my thumb. I can really literally reach my finger across the whole screen, you know? Look at that. Oh, it's pretty nice. Fingerprint sensor, nice and snappy. See that? Just barely tap it. Locked. See that? Works 100% of the time. True vision screen, very gorgeous. Got my carousel swipe effect. Yeah. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, LG, you know, they hit it out of the park with this one. You know, I mean, when I first got the phone, I mean, there were some things that I wasn't really too fond of because I was really comparing it to my G5 because I've been spoiled by the G5 and the V20. But the more I use the phone, I mean, the more it grew on me. And, you know, I think this is a fantastic device. Now, it's definitely a fingerprint magnet, so you definitely want to keep one of these on deck, you know, the microfiber cleaning cloth. But I would recommend, you know, keeping it in a case. You know, the phone is very durable, but again, it's metal and glass. I mean, so if you drop it, that's your ass. Ooh, that rhymes. You know, the phone is metal and glass. If you drop it, that's your ass. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a lyricist, y'all. But yeah, just get a case. You know, get a case. Incipio, Tech 21. You know, there's tons of options out there. You know, I recommend getting the screen protector. You know, we've got always on display right there, which you now can adjust the brightness for that. And, you know, you can choose to have signatures right there. You can customize those signatures. You can customize the writing format. You know, you can have it in, you know, this particular style, or you can have it in cursive, or, you know, there's a few different options that you can toy with as to how you want your signature to look. We got notifications right here on the screen, which, you know, if you get a notification, you no longer have to fully unlock the phone to see what type of notification you've gotten. You can just look at the phone and, you know, you can tell right there. You know, you got your battery life right there and little notifications right there. Time at the top, signature in the middle. So yeah, I mean, you know, this phone, it's really good. I mean, it's grown on me the last week and a half, 2 weeks that I've had it. And I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I definitely would recommend it. Definitely would recommend it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got here for the full pristine review of the LG G6. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to expose yourself to my full catalog of videos leading up to this very second. And please stay tuned for much more video content to come. Trademark, you already know. Please stay safe, stay blessed, keep the Lord #1 in your lives, no matter what's going on. Because he brought you this far, he didn't bring you this far just to drop you off here. Always remember that. And definitely stay pristine, y'all. Until the next video. Peace. LG G6. Cop that. Thumbs up in my book.